Okay, so today we're going to be teaching you how to use the Sonoran Cad civilian. So, really, once you log into your account, you have your name, all this. So, you come in, this is my account right now. This is for that. But you would go here, create a general character. So, name, you could do like Dylan Jackson, or whatever you want. Middle initial, not 3, that's weird. T, maybe. Date of birth, you could make it. We could go like, I'm gonna do 2000, which would make me around 25 today. So we're gonna go down to here, 2000, 2014 would make me 25 as of today. Male residence. So for your, you could do like 2001. What's it called? What's that word now? Liberty Way, maybe. Let me check. Forget the name of it. Academy Place. That's what it is. Academy Place. I could do like 6'2", 255, white male, black hair, black eyes for Roblox. You would put your Discord username, your Roblox username, optional black story. So I'm just gonna create this one for fun right now. Discord username, let's do like, I'm just gonna do a fake Discord username, fake Roblox username. Forgot about that. Male. Okay, so then you come in here, DMV, let's do like, you want to get your license. So you'd come here, status, valid, type, driver, expiration, whatever you want the expiration to be. And then you just add the record. Maybe you want to go down to get a license. Okay, I mean not license, maybe vehicle registration. You'd come in here, valid, expiration. This will always say valid until DMV accepts it. Vehicle type. So let's do my GTR. So it's gonna be the coupe. That's the license plate. Make is a Zara Horizon. It's teal and it's a 2013. I do that. You want to see your arrests? It'd be right there. So what I'm just gonna do, I'm just gonna delete this character. No point in that character. Albert Keaton. So we're gonna come down here. You would see your arrests, your citations, license, vehicle registration, motor vehicle accident reports, and use of force reports. All of that. So 911, you'd come down here. Emergency or civil. So this is 311. This is 911. Your caller, your location, and what's going to happen. And you press 911. That's really it. Civilian is probably one of the easier ones you can do. Probably one of the easiest ones you'll ever do. And that's really just a little tutorial on how to do civilian. Unit section. So your unit number, this is what you would always do. First thing to come in here is your unit number. So let's do 3 David 55, you know. We could do, let's do 1 David 55. Or you could do 1 Alpha 67. Anything you want. I don't know why I chose 67, that was random. 0 1. 1 Alpha 01. Name, your roleplay name. So you could do Alexander Washington. My rank might be Chief of Police. Status. We'll do that. I'll show you that in a minute. Agency, Illinois State Shore Departments. I don't think I even have anything. Oh yeah, I do. Illinois State Trooper, and then subdivisions. This server's not done yet, so it's gonna make it. So you have busy, unavailable, so 10-6, 10-7, 10-8, 10-20, 10-97, 10-23, and then your panic. So available, you want to go busy, you'd go here. So if you're on a call, so you would do this. So maybe like radio dispatch. Hold on, let me put my save type in there. So let's say I'm on a traffic stop. So I'm gonna be on Highway 55 northbound, maybe postal code 300. Sorry, wrong one. 900. And I'd put my own stuff here. So maybe like, oh, I'm the primary unit, so 1 Alpha 01. Vehicle description is going to be a blue GTR 2-door plate. So that's going to be the 20th, so maybe Lost in. So Lincoln, Oscar, Sierra, Tango, Indigo, whatever N is. Driver. So what I would do is I would look up the name. It would show me the name. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. I gave you the name. You would search up the plate. The plate would show up. You'd go to civilians. You'd go to records. Vehicle registration, whatever name shows up is the driver. So it'd be Albert Keeson. Notes. Maybe if they like violent, warrant, anything like that. You correct the call. And I would be on scene. Maybe I got shot. I'd press panic. It's just an easy thing like that.
New dispatch, traffic stop,
There we go.
555 north,
Everything was
955.
lagging for a minute.
Panic unit, 1A minus 01.
Yep, and then clear the panic. You'd press it again. It would clear your panic and little remembrance of it, you know. So maybe on a traffic stop, he gave you his roleplay name. So you might go to like Dylan. Hold on, wrong thing. Dylan Jackson. Maybe his name came up as Dylan Jackson. You'd go into civilians. You'd look at him, make sure it's all of his actual information. You go to records, hit arrest, his citations, his license, his vehicle registrations, all that will show up. Maybe go into plate search, check the plate once again, see all that, maybe all that. If you want to find a certain officer and you don't know what it is, you go to here, you can go to here, no subdivision, and I will be the one that shows up, you know? No record will show up, but um, it'll show their records, like their arrests, it'll show their reports, all that interesting stuff. They'll all show up here. More important stuff. So maybe if you want to like delete this, you would self-clear, detach, and you go back available. Unavailable, on scene route, all that. So this is if you're en route. This is if you're on the scene. This is if you're busy. So this is like getting gas, getting food. Unavailable, not on duty, and available on duty. When you're on a call, so let me just go into here, you know, let's do a 911 call. Actually, no, we're doing a 911 call because I have to redo it now. So caller, active, priority 1, call title 911, and that's it. That's all you need to put. And then you would have call ID. I have to redo this, so call ID. Oh, wrong thing. Call ID, then dash, and that. Okay. And then you have store name, if needed, description, and then notes, caller will be their Discord username. Okay. Save that again. There we go. So it's a 911 call. They're going to be on Highway 55 northbound, 505, and maybe they said it's a hit and run. So it would be an A description. So you would have, hold on, let me fix that again. Anyways, description, I got hit by a red 4-door van. Driver looks intoxicated. Notes, nothing really there. Nothing there. Oh, injured. So 0 injured. Caller, it would be their Discord room, so we're going to use mine. And then you create the call. When you're on the call, you create notes. So fire department, fire department on scene, it'll show right there. So it's all that easy stuff. Self-clear and back available. Everything is pretty simple. Auto status. So if you're attached, you're en route. Detached, available. Closed, available. So, you know, all that easy stuff. Records. So this is how you would log arrests. If your server has it, this is where those would be. But if you have like a report, so like a use of force report or any of those reports. But here, arrest. So If I want to put their violent, you could search up their name. So if I were to do this, and their name would show up right here, and you would click their name. So you could put if they're violent, if they're armed, if they're mentally ill, all that. So we're gonna do all of them. All right, let's just do all this. So we're just gonna put random stuff. 20 female. Nobody cares. Height, weight, skin tone, black, blonde, black. Got that. Vehicle type, so this is like it could be a coupe. Random license plate, 12341. Boom, 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 boom. You could add a charge, so maybe armed robbery and murder. Weapons, arrest type, so it could be order for arrest, on view, all that stupid stuff. Status, the date, and the observing officer's signature. Bolo logs their stuff, we log all their information, their charges, and they're in the status. The warrant, it's literally the exact same thing as a bolo, really. General citation, pretty simple. It's just the person, if like you got them for speeding or anything like that. Now a vehicle citation is more of, oh, I found a vehicle sitting on the side of the road illegally or something like that. So they both do it. They both do the same thing. But this is, I have not changed anything in this, so half this I wouldn't use. That's really it for PD. PD is pretty straightforward. Nothing really different there. Okay, so I moved to a different server that has all this stuff in it already. So up here is the exact same thing. So you have your unit number, your name, your rank, your status, your location if you have your API connected, your agency, your departments, and your fire and your subdivision. So you still have all this, the exact same thing, addresses, postal, just different code, honestly, because it's the server that's already made. You have all this. Save types are still here. They saved every server. So if I got a call to radio, so if I got a fire and EMS call, so it's a radio dispatch pending address. So maybe I got Fairfax Road, 1202 for the tool store, code fire, structure fire. I would do fire and EMS apparatuses, so I would do probably engine 151, medic 151, rescue 151, marshal 151, maybe some more. That's just what we're gonna do for this one. The location, you could just put 1202 Fairfax Road Tool Store. Description: Tool store is on fire. No one inside. EMS on standby for injuries and rehab. The call's done right there. So I would basically create the call. We'd all be en route.
Fire structure, Fairfax Road, 1202.
We'd all be there. And then once I get on the scene, I do 1023. I'm here. You could add notes throughout the scene. Once the call's clear, you would self-clear, and I'd go back 10-8. All that. So if I want to do a record, so I have all these reports. I have a bunch of patient care reports. I don't have any fire reports. I'm more of a medic person. So new report, I'd have the fire run sheet. So this is if there's a fire. This is all made. You have to make these. I will do a tutorial on that. It's a very long one. That's why I'm not doing it in this video. I'm just showing you how to use all of it. Patient refusal form. It's a patient refusal form, all that. Auto status, same thing still here. Create call, self-dispatch, all that. If you want to look up somebody, so if I were to look up my actual character in this server, I don't have any medical history. So plate search, if I were to do this, nothing would show up for me. Identifier, so this is where I'm going to show it. So Lincoln County, AFD, subdivision fire personnel, and I would show up. That's me. And if I search, it'll show, if I search, if I, There it is. Okay. Reports. So I have a bunch of PCRs. All of these. All those nice things. FD is a normal, straightforward thing. Really, dispatch does everything for you, besides patient care reports and all that. This one's the same thing. Panic 23, 97, 8, 7, and 6. All that. So that one's more straightforward. The next one is going to be dispatch, and that's going to be way harder. Okay, I will now show you the uh, all the dispatch. So right here is all the this is all my units that are online. There's no session right now, so nobody's on. So right now it's just Corporal Lawford with the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office. Um, if I wanted to get rid of them, I could kick him, timers, tone board, look up, all that interesting stuff. Um, right here is the unit groups. So right now I'm on as medic. I was on as medic. This is the dispatch from last session. He's still in here. He puts his group in here so he's away from everybody. Or we can just do this. So if I were to be on a call, so maybe all 911 calls will show up right here. So somebody calls 911 with the CAD or in-game, it'll show up right here. Now if there's a dispatch on, they would actually call, and I would do this. So 911, and that was not supposed to be there. Hold on. Let me just save that to 911. Okay, this is what it should be. Alright, there we go. I had to fix all of it. Okay, so I got a 911 call. First I'm going to ask is what's the location of the emergency. So let's say they say 612, I believe. What's that address, dude? Colonial. Maybe, oh, it's going to be a fire. So structure fire, create the call. This is so dispatchers can see it already. Okay. And then once I finish creating the call, maybe store name. So gas and go. So description. Gas and go is on fire. Times 2 people trapped inside. Notes. Ball, EMS, fire. Times 1 trapped. Caller would then be maybe like that could be the caller. All that, and then you'd update the call. So everybody's already dispatched. But once you're done, that's when I would change it. This is there, but you do law, ball, fire, EMS. You don't need to do this, but this is what I do. That's really how you work the dispatch area. It's pretty simple. Close call. So for tones, so dispatch. So you have the signal. If you want to activate signal 100, you would put signal 100 and initiate signal, and it'll come up here. Maybe if you want to have a tone board. So channel hold is the one everybody had. No, clear. I forget which one everybody has, but everybody has it. You could do active unit. So I would press one of these. If you want it to repeat, you can press this and press one of them. Command line, street signs. So these are the street sign area. If you want to give somebody a command, you could be like create, close, something like all that interesting stuff. If you want to look on a more detailed version of that, I think somebody else has that out, not me. I'm not the person for that. Timers, so if you want to add a timer, record management, so you can look up the records and the bolos. If you look in the bolo, we have 5 bolos right now. We have all this interesting stuff right here. That's really dispatch for itself. You can look up the exact same thing. PD, cam, plate search, name search, flags on them. All of that. Records, so you can motor vehicle accident report, trespass notice. They have the exact same thing as police, from what I know. So I have 2 use of force reports. I have 4 arrests. So I have a bunch of I have 4 citations also. That's what my normal stuff is. That's all pretty simple right there. Next, I will get into the administrative stuff and how to work all that. Okay, so now we have the DMV area. If it'll let me close, it won't let me close. It's okay. So if I were to look up something, so maybe somebody wants to put in a car in, I might just search up their plate. So let's just do maybe, let's go right here. Records, pending files. I know one is definitely pending because I literally did it a minute ago. Pending records, license, vehicle registration. Right there, here it is. So you're going to go to pending records, vehicle registration, and license DMV. Everything of that. There's one vehicle registration pending. So I'm going to come into here, going to go to here. I look at it, valid is the status 7/04/2026. The date's the 14th. That's fine. Lincoln, Oscar, Sierra, Tango, Indigo, whatever the N is. Law, Lincoln, Oscar, Sierra, Tango, Indigo, Nizar. One or the other. I don't know. Nizar, Horizon, Teal, 2013. That all checks out. So approved. And now the vehicle is approved. So now I'm going to come to here and go to my civilian and go to my records, go to here, vehicle registration, and DMV status is approved. Now you won't be able to change this unless you have the DMV thing opened. So that's clear. That's really the DMV area. It's just accepting license and stuff. So if I were to come to here, DMV license status, valid, type, driver, expiration, 31st, sure. New field name, NA. New field name, NA. Record. Now my license is pending at the DMV status. So now what I would do is I would come out of here. I'd go to DMV. I would go to records, pending files, license, vehicle registration, refresh. Oh, now my license is pending. Come in here. Approved. Now nothing is waiting. That's the DMV area. Pretty simple. The law section of Sonoran Cad is basically like DMV. You have all this stuff open still. You have all this. So if somebody were to sue somebody, I would search up maybe the person that's getting sued. I would see maybe their past arrests, see their past, all their information from the past. So you have their records. So maybe they didn't get arrested, or they're trying to fight off their records. So maybe they got arrested. This is them. You can see maybe if they're violent and maybe they got sued for assault or anything like that. You can see all the information here. Record, you can see everything you've done. So maybe new record. Maybe nothing there, obviously. Supervisor panel, something waiting maybe. So you can see all this. Law records, reports, records, all that. Law is probably the easiest one. One of the easiest ones here. I said that for a lot of them. But law is a pretty simple one. Now we go on to admin. Admin is where you can accept people into the server, give people permissions, maybe people's identifiers, custom records, which I'm not going to go over right now because that's a very long thing. 10 codes if you want to put in your own 10 codes. I'm honestly going to edit this. I don't like the fact that it says 1011 in the dog case. So we're going to import, export, I don't know what it is. Any of that. But honestly, what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go all and delete all these because I don't like these 10 codes. These 10 codes are not right. So maybe if you want to customize the community for the graphical unit status codes, we're going to make these like so. Busy 10.6, available 10.8, on scene 10.23, en route is 10.97. Available is 10.8. All of those. Maybe notification tones. So all those. Signal. Status change. And all of that. Now, timers, panic buttons, dispatch note, dispatch updated, all that. Quick links, custom login page. So this is like you could add like panel codes and all that. Custom login page, custom page colors, Discord rich preference, services, addresses, lookup types, and tone board. So tone board's literally just that. You can change the broadcast, you can change the color, you can add them there. Advanced, so it's the logs, all those accounts, so permission keys. So if I wanted to add new key, so this would give you permissions to get into police. So maybe it would be ISRP alb piety. Maybe I'll do that. And it'll give them none of that. It would then give them police, so you could give them. They can't add. They can't add. They can't do any of that. I would save that. Maybe you want to do for fire, so you'd go to here and fire and EMS. So you would do maybe ISFD, ISFR out. Save. Maybe you want to do DMV. Not DMV, sorry. Dispatch. Maybe you want to do Illinois State Communications. Illinois State County Communications. So it would give them that. That's all it would give them. Maybe you want to give them permission to DMV admin, like give them permissions to all the stuff. So edit identifier, self-dispatch, live map, add police, edit, remove, supervisor, all this stuff. You would just do all this. DMV, so this is maybe like a co-owner more stuff. And I would just put random numbers in for this. I wouldn't make it even a guess. So what I would do is I would just delete this one. I didn't mean to do that. And I would make the key name maybe like anything random, you know. So all the stuff shows up. It's all different stuff. Logs. So log is like arrest logs. All this. So permissions, keys updated, person made, all that. In-game interrogations, you got to connect all that. So if you were to do 5M, web API, maybe add a live map, database sync, all that. I'll get into the advanced stuff in a different video, but not this one. So if somebody's requesting to join, you can accept them. Maybe if they're trying to get into a department, you can accept them here or with a department role there. That's really the admin panel right there, and that's going to be the end of the video. So thank y'all for coming. If that helped you at all, like maybe. But any questions, put them down. Other than that, thank y'all, and I will see y'all probably on the next stream. See y'all.